Hello, everybody. We're going to be talking about absolute value word problems and how to write equations and inequalities from them, how to solve those today. So first, let's start off with a basic formula on how most word problem equations and inequalities will look. So we'll either have a problem that asks about a maximum and a minimum amount, right? Or we'll have a problem that asks for a range. Okay, the maximum and minimum will look like this: x minus mu equals sigma. All right, and those are just the names of the symbols. Okay, don't anybody freak out about that. All right, and then the range, we've got x minus mu is less than or equal to sigma. Okay, so that's going to be your general setup for your word problem equations or inequalities. All right, let me tell you what these symbols mean. Okay, sigma is mu is a fancy symbol for mean, right, which is average, the average. Okay, and sigma is a symbol for standard deviation. Okay, other words that you might see in these word problems, okay, for standard deviation are going to be the error, the allowance, all right, tolerance, vary, right, or variance. Okay, give or take. Okay, so these are all what you're going to put on the other side of the inequality or equal sign, or maybe a plus minus, right? Plus minus. Okay, these will all be like the distance, the maximum and minimum distance from the mean. Okay, standard deviation is just a measurement of deviation from the mean, okay, or the average. All right, I'm gonna pause it for a second while I get this set up. All right, back to it. So here we have our first absolute value word problem. Okay, so you have money in your wallet, but you don't know the exact amount. When a friend asks you, you say that you have $50, give or take 15. Use an absolute value equation to find the least amount and biggest amount of money that you could have in your pocket. Okay, so right here, least amount and biggest amount. Okay, that means we're looking for a max or min, right? Maximum and minimum. So we're going to use an equation, right? We're going to use this equation: x minus mean, right, equals sigma, or my allowable error, right? So the friend asks you, you say that you have $50, give or take 15. All right, so $50 is going to be right in the middle of that your range. Okay, so $50 is going to be your average, right, or the amount that you go from, right? You go $15 up, you go $15 down. Okay, 50 is right in the middle. All right, and 15 is going to be your give or take, right? Your possible deviation, your maximum and minimum deviation from the average. All right, so easy as that. All right, x minus 50 equals 15. Okay, and then to solve this, you just use the skills you learned last week, okay, on solving absolute value equations. You write your positive equation, right? X minus 50 equals positive 15, and you write your negative equation. Okay, x minus 50 equals negative 15. Okay, and then you solve this one-step equation, right? Add 50 to both sides. X equals 65, right? Add 50 to both sides. and x equals 35. So the minimum amount that you could have in your wallet given these parameters is $35. All right, the maximum amount that you could have in your wallet is $65. All right, now looking at that problem, you could also kind of figure it out, right? If you have $50 and you could have $15 more, that's 65. If you have $50 and have $15 less, then that's going to be 35. All right. It's also very commonsensical, but writing the equation, okay, is the fun part. So here's the equation. All right. Now, just a note, it is possible, okay, that you could see it written like this, right? You could see the inside of the absolute value reversed. That's fine. That still works. Okay, it's absolute value, so it doesn't necessarily matter which order these are in. This is the more standard way to write it, but you might also see it like that. Let me pause and see where we are right now. Okay, so our next example problem. The average number of seeds in a package of cucumber seeds is 25. The number of seeds in the package can vary by 3. Which equation represents the maximum and minimum number of seeds that could be in a package? Well, we're going to write that equation. All right, so again, formula x minus mu equals sigma, because this is a maximum and minimum question. All right, so average number of seeds right here tells me that it's 25. All right, so that's going to replace my mu. Right, that's my average. All right, the number of seeds in the package can vary, okay, by 3. So that's going to be, right, our sigma is 3. Okay, then real quick we solve. X minus 25 equals 3. X minus 25 equals negative 3. Add 25. We've got x equals 28. Add 25. All right. And we've got 22. So I know the problem is just to write the equation, but here you got the bonus plan. The maximum could be 28. The minimum could be 22. Okay, so next up, we're going to be looking at writing absolute value inequalities from a word problem. All right, so here, the ideal diameter of a piece of metal rod is 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, with an allowable error of at most 0.05 or 0.05 of an inch. Write an absolute value inequality that can be used to assess which rods are eligible. All right, so again, we start off with our standard, okay, x minus mu, right? And then we have sigma on the other side, always going to be this way. All right, and then since this is asking for a range, and it tells us to use an inequality, we're going to use the less than or equal to inequality. And again, with very, very, very little exception, you'll always be looking at this inequality. It'll always be a less than or equal to, okay? It's very rare that you'll use the greater than symbol. So, the ideal diameter of a piece of metal rod is 2.5 inches. That will be our average, all right, the ideal amount. So we've got x minus 2.5, right? And the allowable error, right, that was one of the words, okay, that's similar to deviation or tolerance or variance, give or take, is less than or equal to that 0.05.